I'm at the top of my game like a flame on a wick, cause I shift with precision and vision like Vic. I learned how to grow from a loss like a boss. The loss was the spice and the key to my sauce. I'm the best in the lane like a dunk from LeBron. Winners are valued, the rest are upon. I'm the hottest but without burning lava in the pit. Every bar that I kick is Johnny Cage when he's pissed. Your level is average like playing Hitman. You're focused to leverage your money lifespan. I'm focused to change out the layout floor plan. My impact magnificent, elegant, man.
What's going on, guys? Welcome to another episode of Truth Over Feelings TV. I'm your host, Conscious, bringing to you another cool episode. And if this is your first time seeing this, make sure you like, make sure you share, make sure you subscribe, and turn on bell notifications. And click that bell, because what that does, that lets you know when these videos drop, so you first to share that, you first to expose this, because the more you expose this good content, the more people can learn from it and it can be shared, and the YouTube algorithm works better for when that happens. Now, from saying all that, let's get into this one. So what we're going to be talking about today is self-love. So without further ado, let's talk about it. So for me, self-love is not just buying things nice for yourself. Self-love is really a few things, but one of them is feeding your mental, right? You gotta really be mindful of what you're putting into your mental. Like, I watch people all the time. They'll just watch any random thing that's on TV, or they'll know all their favorite shows, the actors, the cast, directors, the storyline. But then when you ask them, what is some holistic ways of curing a liver, they don't know what you're talking about. They don't know what I'm talking about. They don't, like, I'm speaking a foreign language. That's because you pollute your brain with things that don't fucking matter. Keeping up with the Joneses and keeping up with the latest this and keeping up with the latest that, your favorite TV shows, celebrities. What you don't realize, you're watching the lives of people who are already successful. They're good. Not saying you're not good, but they're well off than you are for the most part, speaking in general. So instead of focusing on yourself and bettering yourself mentally, emotionally, physically, and spiritually, you rather get distracted by what the media wants to push to you. But then you worry about, oh, you're feeling stressed. You worry about, oh, you're overweight. You worry about why you're feeling depressed. You worry about all of this sadness that's going on in your life. It's because a part of that has to do with what you're putting into your body and what you're watching. And super subconsciously, in your super subconscious state, what you watch, that gets remembered by the super subconscious state. And then when you go to bed, that's actually still on your mental. And what happens is, the stuff you watch that day, you take on that energy. So if you're watching reality shows where they're always arguing, they're always have some sort of dysfunction, you take that energy on, and subconsciously you don't realize you're actually acting that back out. You wonder why you're feeling frustrated out of nowhere. It's because of the shit you watching. It's the stuff, it's the music you're listening to. That's another thing too. You got to be careful to the music that you listen to, because that is also, a music is very, very powerful, very powerful. I want to say more powerful than what you watch, because music is a frequency that taps into our electromagnetic molecular system. So if you listening to a bunch of meaningless music just because you're keeping up with the trends, or because that person is, or that artist is hot, but they're really not saying anything, you're actually taking on that energy. And by you taking on that energy, literally, that energy has control of your life. And you can do this research for yourself. But what I will do is give you the facts and create some stimulation for thought so that you can think about something or challenge what I say and find that I am right by doing your own research. But this is a big problem in the United States, and this is a big problem amongst other places that they don't focus on the things that they put into or the things that a person would put into oneself. It's so crucial. If you put diesel gas into a regular vehicle, what's going to happen to that vehicle? It's going to fuck up. It's going to shut down because that diesel is meant for diesel engines, not for gas, naturally aspirated engines. And a lot of the trash that's on the TV is equivalent to you using the wrong gas and putting it into your vehicle. Over time, it's going to mess up your engine. You wonder why you're getting all these complications and all these issues going on with you because of that energy that you're taking on from what you're watching. Well, see, this is the crazy thing. When people like me, who are what I consider myself a conscious God, because I'm a God of myself and I'm conscious, will tell you the issues that you're experiencing and what you're doing wrong, and you will go right back and be like, you know what? The shit he's saying, that's pretty dope. Yeah, he lit, but then you go right back, go do the same fucking thing. See, loving yourself also pertains to acting on what you learn, acting on the knowledge that is meant here that I'm giving to you to better yourself. Because I got my shit together. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to spread this knowledge. I'm trying to, share the gift, if you would, with the world or those that are willing to listen. But you could lead the horse to the water, but you can't force him to, the rest of that statement. But what's going on right now is and the beauty of why I pause a lot is because I'm pensive. I'm in deep thought. This stuff that's coming out of me is genuine love. It's genuine passion that I want to see people do better in their lives. I want to see them elevate to higher levels to where they look back and they're like, damn, who was I? You don't even know who the old you was because you've elevated to a level, you challenge yourself to a level that now you are a new individual. That's a beautiful thing. So going right back to what I said before, but self-love, you got to love yourself also with your health. And I'll probably say this for another show, but one of the biggest problems in America is the overconsumption of processed foods and meats. More than 83% of your diseases start in the colon, in the intestinal tract, if you would. And right now, currently today, I actually went on a colon cleanse. And it's incredible to see some of the results and what it can bring with just 24 hours. Now, for me, because I've been taking care of myself, I've been pescatarian for 7 years straight, no cheat meals, and that's a key thing. You're not really going hard enough if you have a cheat meal. That's just like saying if you go to the gym and then you go cheat one of your reps, you're not really giving a full set. You know what the fuck I'm talking about. So why cheat yourself on your set and complain about why you don't get the benefits because of what you did and made excuses to not to do the proper and give it all that you got and leave it out on the floor. Everything I do in my life, I leave it all on the floor. And from a basketball perspective, for all my hoopers, you know what I mean? Leave it all out on the floor. I leave it all out on the floor. No stone unturned. 7 years in, going on my 8th year as a pescatarian. Now, if you struggle with oh, I can never be a vegetarian, walk through the steps. The next step up is pescatarian. And once you get that under control, the next step up after that is vegetarian. And if you can, go vegan, or just increase, just take baby steps. Don't try to jump right into becoming a vegan, because I have some friends that jumped into from being a meat eater to being a vegan, and then they only lasted about 20 days and they had a relapse and went right back to what they were doing before. That's counterproductive. It's a no. Because what you did right there, you confused your body, because your body's like, oh, we finally getting some help. We finally getting some nutritional value. And all of a sudden you shut it down and you just cut off the supply of the nutritional value and supplements that your body needed to get. So now that could create a negative spiraling effect when you go back. Like I said, I'll say that for another video, for another episode, for another day of God's Spirit Life. But there's just some food for thought today, man. I just thought I would come on and give you a little piece of my mind. But that will be the end of this segment. Like I said before, if it's your first time viewing my content, make sure you like, share, subscribe, turn bell for notifications on so you know when I post. Stay blessed out there, people. And stop being so reactive. Think before you do. You might live to see another day, or you might come up with something very inspirational because you think first. That can help the whole bigger picture of the world. Stay blessed. Peace. Love you. I'm out. Conscious.